only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open.
And that was the message today from President Trump directed toward Senate Democrats.
He wants them to back down as the government shutdown standoff continues. Democrats, though, are holding firm on their demands for health care reforms, while Republicans want to pass a temporary bill to keep spending mostly unchanged.
Yet after all of it, more Americans still feeling the impact of this shutdown.
That's a horrible sensation to not know what's going to happen.
And that's the case for more New Mexicans than just federal workers at this point. The government shutdown is moving into its fourth week, and with that comes a new set of people impacted.
Yeah, like those who rely on WIC, which serves women, infants, and children. And the program relies itself on funding from the USDA. Still with no end in sight to the shutdown, many who rely on that program have no idea as to what they should be expecting or planning going forward. Our Jacqueline Aragon joins us live outside one of our local WIC offices here in Albuquerque with what happens now. Jacqueline?
That's right, Tessa. Trevor, if the shutdown continues and USDA can't continue funding WIC, then that means the state will be forced to pick up the tab. Now, I spoke with a mother today who says for the past 10 years, WIC has been helping her and her family have a full, stable, and healthy life. And she knows how not receiving this funding could be detrimental for these families.
One of the most important things about WIC is how much of a pivotal piece of the support system it can be.
Mary Balsamon with Save the Children Action Network knows all too well how the Women, Infants, and Children program, better known as WIC, can be. She's received the benefits for over 10 years and says she couldn't have raised her kids without it.
Because I was breastfeeding, I would get like peanut butter and tuna and stuff like that. But then they also gave me, at the time, there were some coupons for the farmers market.
As of September, WIC is providing support to more than 45,000 New Mexicans, helping mothers get the nutrition and care needed to keep their little ones alive and healthy. But WIC also makes sure their clients don't fall through the cracks when it comes to health care.
They would check your baby's birth weight, their weight, their height, they would measure them. They would check the iron levels. So with my firstborn, they were the ones that realized that he was a little low on iron. He had a bit of an iron deficiency.
And as the government shutdown continues, it has mothers who rely on those benefits worried for the future.
And you depend on these benefits, not knowing, if you're going to be able to feed your kid next month. That's such a huge stressor. Now,
a spokesperson for the New Mexico Department of Health told me today that funding has been secured throughout November despite the shutdown, but the department will continue to closely monitor the situation. Reporting live in Albuquerque, Jacqueline Aragon, KOB4.
That's a measure of good news right there, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. In the meantime, many New Mexico utility companies are offering help for federal workers struggling without a paycheck, or maybe two right now. The Albuquerque-Bernalillo County Water Utility Authority says it will not be shutting off water at furloughed federal workers' homes. Officials say they will also give them time to catch up on payments once this shutdown does eventually end. To qualify, just take your furlough letter to the authority's customer service center. You can also call the number on your screen right there for more information. Now, you might recall that last week we told you how PNM and the New Mexico Gas Company announced they are also holding off on disconnections for furloughed workers. For PNM, you can simply fill out a form to request more time to pay your electric bill. And you can call NM Gas to talk about payment arrangements and other available assistance. Now, just another reminder, you will have to provide proof of your federal employment status and also proof that you are currently not able to pay those bills during the shutdown. We have links and a lot more information on all the ways that you can apply for some form of assistance over at KOB.com.
Tonight, one of our U.S. representatives, Melanie Stansberry, is holding the last of 3 town halls this week on the government shutdown. The first was in Rio Rancho this past Monday. She held a virtual town hall last night. This evening, she'll be speaking at Kiva Auditorium in downtown Albuquerque. That's actually starting here shortly at 5:30.